What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the fourth quarter podcast. This is big episode 40, man. It don't even seem like, what I'm saying, we've done this many videos. As y'all can see, my son's right here. He wants something. But anyway, episode 40. Thank y'all for rocking with us, those who have for this long, man. Continue to show support, and we're gonna continue to come up here and spread some of our NBA knowledge. How y'all feeling today? Y'all know the magic question, man.
I'm good, bro. Chilling, man.
Well,
Good too, man.
what you over there eating, bud?
I just had some white sausage, chicken.
Okay. All right, but look, we ain't gonna waste y'all time, so we're gonna hop right into it. First topic of the day. I'm gonna probably word this wrong, but y'all can kind of get what I'm saying. Can Luka get over the hump with Porzingis being his number 2, or does he need more help? Can he do it alone? Pretty much is what I'm asking. Y'all can start it off.
No. You gotta pat Kristaps up, bro. He's done. He's fried, bro. But it actually is a testament to how great Luka is that even with how bad Kristaps is playing, he still be making noise. Like he's still scaring the Clippers every year. That might be something else we need to talk about. Are the Clippers phony? Like, you know what I'm saying? But they did get the WCF last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made it.
So they actually, if I heard, they actually could have got to the show. So
they probably would have, if we been honest, with Kawhi there. So,
but Luka still be scaring them.
You said what?
Luka be scaring them though. Like, so we got rid of Kristaps. You know what I'm saying?
To answer the question, I would also say no, but I don't know. I don't want to put it on what's the name. Well, I do want to put it on Porzingis, but it's just hard because it's like it's not much better you can get from that unless you're getting like literally like you know what I'm saying, like something crazy. You feel me? So like unless you're getting like an Anthony Davis, and I'm not saying Anthony Davis is the only like forward that's better than him, but you get what I'm saying, like who would you like if you get like a? I'm trying to think of somebody, but I honestly can't. Like
Jaren Jackson. What tier of player is Kristaps on at this point in his career?
3, 4.
Yeah, I would say 3 probably.
Like, is he in a higher tier or lower tier or equal tier to Michael Conley?
I would say that's rough because I think so pretty much how I said 3. Mike Conley might be at the bottom of tier 2, and what's the name probably is at the top of tier 3. So it's like they're right there. So yeah, I don't know. It's just rough. But to answer the question, no, I don't think they'll get over the hump with Porzingis. I think maybe they don't need just another person to replace him. Maybe they just need to switch it up all in like their style. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that'll help. But yeah, I don't think so with Porzingis, no.
You talking about like the Luka-centric Harden type offense, or like?
You say what?
When you say their style, you mean like the Luka-centric type offense, or like you mean?
Yeah, like that like you said, the Harden, like that. I don't think that'll work really.
Jamie looking close to working though, like, you know what I'm saying?
It does in the regular season, like, but once you get to the playoffs, it's like, all right, now we about to lock in on it, like, you know what I'm saying, like.
But it don't work though, like, you know what I'm saying? He be had the historic playoff games, and it's not like they be getting done. Just like I wish I had some help here, like, you know what I'm saying? Thanks, Josh Richardson.
But the thing is, that's why I say it's hard for Porzingis because he went from like being like I'm gonna get my shots like this, which he still does, to like now we're in the Luka-centric game. Just make your shots when he passes it to you, pretty much. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, which he should still be able to, but I don't know. It's just rough all around. But when you run that type of offense, it's hard. It's hard, like, because it's like I need help, but at the same time, it's like you're doing it all. Like you don't. It's like kind of like, do you want help?
It's like you don't got it no more, bro. I'm sorry, you're young, but you washed, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, bro, because before he left the Knicks, well, before he got injured and all that stuff, he was really hooping. Like he was looking like the great white hope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before Luka.
Yeah, like he was looking crazy.
So I don't know if it's Luka or it's just the fact like, bro, just don't got it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What you think, bud?
It's close. It's close, man, because I'm looking at the Western Conference teams and I'm like, other than the Lakers, I'm looking at Utah. Utah does not scare me. I'm looking at Phoenix. I would take Dallas over them. I'm looking at, I'm looking at Portland. I'm looking at Memphis. They made the playoffs last year. Even the Warriors with Clay coming back. So it's hard for me to answer this question because I don't know what Kristaps Porzingis I'm going to get. So let's just say he gets to 90%. I'm going to say in my scenario, he gets to 90% of what he was with the Knicks. Then I think they could get out of the West. They got a pretty good roster. They picked up Reggie Bullock. That's a pretty good pickup. They got Jalen Brunson. He's a very underrated point guard. He is. It's true.
That's true.
Jalen Brunson's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They got pretty good players. They still got Tim Hardaway. They got good players. Of course, they got, you know what I'm saying? You know, they got Willie Cauley-Stein. He's all right. They got a pretty good roster. Don't forget about Finney Smith. They got good role players. It's just they have a great overall team. It's just like Porzingis. Will you do what you're supposed to do? If he just does what he's supposed to do, they have the role players. Like I just said, Finney Smith he's pretty good. Jalen Brunson's pretty good. Hardaway's pretty good. So it's just Porzingis. If he gets back to 90% of himself, I think they could be. I mean, they wouldn't be the favorite, even if Porzingis is at his best. I wouldn't say they're the favorite. Like if somebody said you have to pick one, I wouldn't pick them. But it definitely, like, I could easily send them being in the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers. I could easily say that because Portland, Utah, Golden State, these teams don't scare me. They just don't. And if, you know what I'm saying, if Porzingis just improves and, you know what I'm saying, help the team more and stays healthy, I think they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, AD get banged up too. So AD, this isn't the old AD. So you know what I'm saying? So KP wouldn't, he not what he used to be. AD not what he used to be. AD is not the AD he was in the finals the other year. He's not. He's just not. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But I got them against everybody against the Lakers.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree with Bub. I feel like you eliminate the Lakers. I think they could do it. Even I don't want to stretch this, but even with a little of Porzingis's inconsistency, I think they could do it. There's only one other team that I think they will have a hard time with, and that's just because they have championship DNA and one of the best players in the league with his best shooter coming back, which is the Warriors. I think that's the only other team I think that'll give them fits. Well, the Clippers have been giving them fits as well, so yeah, them too. But
I wouldn't even say that.
Oh, different.
The Clippers fits.
We got to get a Clippers. It's like we're giving the Mavericks more credit than them for scaring. Like, I think the Clippers are like, bro, we're winning. Like, I understand.
Well, the first time before Kristaps got injured, it was not looking good, bro. It really wasn't.
No, I get what you know. I agree that they give them like scares, but I feel like we're kind of giving them more credit than the Clippers for like scaring them.
It's because the Clippers, you need to wipe the floor with them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just put my statement, but I do agree with Rod. Like that last year, I think we could have been talking about something different. And I think Porzingis got ejected one of those games too for pushing one of the wins. So it's like you never know. But anyway, to Cam's point, yeah, you are correct. They won both times. So just flip what I said pretty much. But those three teams, but I think they can beat the Clippers. I think they'll have a good chance with the Warriors as well. The Lakers is the only team I'm like, it probably won't work. But other than that, I think Luka can pull it out. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, I did not believe in the hype like everybody else for a long time, but he's definitely made me a believer, man. And that kid's tough.
What you call? Y'all are talking about the Clippers. The Clippers have gotten worse. They added Eric Bledsoe, which doesn't impress me at all. They added him and they lost Rondo and Patrick Beverly. So they have gotten worse.
Well,
So let's also talk about that. Let's talk about these things, guys.
Rondo wasn't that great for the Clippers, and what you lost in Patrick Beverly, you kind of still get that in Eric Bledsoe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that.
I don't know. The way Beverly plays in the playoffs, rebounds, cross Chris Paul, layup, right hand, right side.
If we're talking about scoring, Eric Bledsoe can score better than Patrick Beverly.
I'm just in the playoffs. I'm not saying Beverly's better than Bledsoe. I'm just saying when it's in the playoffs, when it's for the marbles, you know what I'm saying? When it's down to the wire, he's a pretty good defender still. You know what I'm saying? Blocked LeBron's shot. You know what I'm saying? LeBron thought he was about to get a good attempt up. Beverly blocked it and went out of bounds. So in the playoffs, I'd rather have Beverly. I'm not a fan of Bledsoe.
I'm not a fan of Bledsoe either, but like, I think we might be overrating Patrick Beverly right now. You know what I'm saying?
We're fans of Bledsoe, but it's just what it is. Like, he's better than Patrick Beverly.
I don't know about taking what he's saying and like misconstruing it. At this point in time, I think, well, I'm not gonna speak for none of y'all, but me personally, just based on like I said, at this point in time, I would rather have Beverly in the playoffs.
Me as well.
And like you just said that, I don't want to speak for y'all, but I feel like if y'all had to bet y'all bank account, y'all would not bet that the Mavericks would beat the Clippers. And it's like, if you had to pick one, and it was like, whichever one you pick, you're gonna lose your bank account. Like, if you lose this, I think y'all would be like, okay, give me the Clippers.
But see, that's kind of a stretch because I wouldn't bet my bank account on any team, not even the Lakers.
No, I'm not. I'm saying like it's not you choosing to do this. Like, it's somebody saying like you have to pick one. I think everybody on here would pick the Clippers.
If injuries were turned off, I don't know about that.
And in the words of Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverly tricked y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, bro.
You actually bring up stats. Like, even when they played Phoenix this year, right?
Yeah, you talking about the Clippers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Devin Booker and Chris Paul to like some low shooting percentages.
And I'm not saying that Patrick Beverly doesn't have an impact. I'm just saying like he is a good defender, but Eric Bledsoe is also a good defender. He might not be as great of a defender as Patrick Beverly, but it's not that far off. Plus, he has better offense.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and cap. I'm not gonna sit and try to change up like what I've been saying. I don't think Patrick Beverly is that like. Well, I don't want to say he is a good defender, but I don't think it's to the hype that everybody try to make it. I just think he's a high energy player, and like that's why I said at this point in time, I would rather him on my team than Eric Bledsoe. I don't even know where the hell Eric Bledsoe been. Where has he been?
He's been at the Pelicans. He wasn't good or not or great, but. He's been doing his same Eric Bledsoe stuff.
They get worse. I agree with Kenny. They get worse giving away Patrick Beverly and getting Eric Bledsoe. I get what y'all saying. They're like same player, but I mean, yeah, he has more offense. But it's to the point where it's like, does he?
Also, the ball isn't gonna be in Bledsoe's hand too much. The ball's not gonna be in his hand too much. It's gonna be in.
It'll be more in his hands than it was in Pat's hands.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, guys! Come on, man.
Bledsoe might not touch the court.
I'm not sure because let me tell you something. I'm not sure. Let me tell you something. Reggie Jackson, his role is going to get bigger, so I don't see the ball being in Bledsoe's hands too much. Reggie Jackson,
you just got rid of two guards. Like Reggie Jackson's gonna run the game the whole damn time.
Not the whole time, but he's going to be one of the primary ball handlers. He will.
You're going to have two. You're going to have Reggie Jackson and Eric Bledsoe.
I think Paul George his playmaking role will increase as well. So it won't be the same as it been. It will be room for Eric Bledsoe to be out there trying to set stuff up.
Eric Bledsoe is going to be a big part of that team. He's not going to be like a smart player, but he's going to be
a big part of the no.
Yes.
I got a question. So you're saying Eric
Bledsoe? Y'all really making me defend Eric Bledsoe. Go ahead.
I got a question. That's what I got a question. Are you saying Bledsoe's going to play a bigger role next year than Beverly just played?
What do you mean?
In the playoffs.
In role, do you mean like impact or do you mean like actual minutes?
Impacts. I don't mean minutes and stats. I'm just saying who's going to have a bigger effect on the game towards getting wins in the playoffs.
It might be Bledsoe, bro. But like, I really don't want to defend Bledsoe, but Patrick Beverly, he's good. Like, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be serious.
I think y'all are making the gap bigger than what it is. Beverly isn't an all-star or anything, but I mean, Beverly isn't an all-star or anything, but Bledsoe isn't either.
Beverly also is a great rebounding guard. Let's talk about that.
Eric Bledsoe is too.
He don't rebound that ball. I don't know the stats. I don't know the numbers, but Beverly, when I see him play, he gets tough rebounds.
Let me look at the numbers for you.
It's because he has to. Like, I have to go hard on rebounds because I'm not that good. You know what I'm saying?
Based on impact, this shouldn't even be a discussion, Rod and Cam.
Yeah, come on, y'all. We disrespecting Beverly. Come on, y'all.
Oh, yeah?
Do we gotta go get Scary Terry?
On impact?
Like Beverly makes it.
I think we might have to give
He's
Russ.
like a miniature Draymond.
I think we might have to give Russ some credit. Like at first, I thought he was just talking, but Pat Bev actually like.
Yeah, he might trick motherfucker.
I feel like Pat Bev, he has one or two big like plays where he going ham, and now we trying to make it seem like he has such a huge impact. And I don't want to make it seem like he's never. Like I've definitely seen games where he's had an impact, but on a night, he doesn't have an impact on a night-to-night basis. Like,
but you're making that seem small. One impact to Bledsoe 0. That's what me and Kenny are trying to say. For instance, one impact play can end the game. For instance, what Kenny brought up, him blocking LeBron shot out of his hands, the game is over.
Yeah,
that's my whole point. I don't see Bledsoe doing anything like that.
Because you know that Eric Bledsoe played defense, right?
I didn't say that. But
I'm legit asking. Like, do y'all know that?
On my statement, I was about to continue on my statement. Beverly is a pest. Bledsoe is good at defense, but he's not a pest. He's not doing what Beverly did to LeBron in that game.
He's not a better shooter as well. He don't shoot that ball better than Beverly. He don't. Eric Bledsoe don't shoot the ball better than Patrick Beverly. He just doesn't.
That actually speaks volumes.
He doesn't the ball better than Patrick Beverly.
Hey,
thanks.
he's a better basketball player than Pat. And I don't like to because I don't want to defend Bledsoe either, but he's better at basketball than Pat.
Let me say something. I'm gonna say this. You can be better than somebody, but that doesn't mean you impact winning more. Eric Bledsoe is better than Caruso, but he wouldn't have a bigger impact on winning. You see how Caruso used to play with LeBron? Eric Bledsoe wouldn't do that shit. So you can be better, but do you impact winning? You know what I'm saying? And for him, I feel like he's just out there, play pretty good defense and get you 11 points. Like, he don't impact the game. He doesn't jump off the screen to me. Patrick Beverly, he jumps off the TV to me. He makes big plays and big moments.
He's a clown. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Say that. So you
No.
Patrick Beverly not a clown.
He's a clown
ending the game.
He's a clown because he play hard.
He's a clown because he's a clown. Like, he makes clown decisions, bro. He just go run up and push Chris Paul in the back.
I don't reason get this like a bash Patrick Beverly, but didn't he get like taken out of the lineup like for a series?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
what does that mean? So did Rondo.
That's my point. They got rid of two people that taken out of the lineup to get Eric Bledsoe for a reason.
If you think they did that for specifically for Eric Bledsoe, then we shouldn't even be having this conversation.
They did it because Rondo and Patrick Beverly weren't making a big as an impact as y'all guys are saying. That's why they shipped them out.
That's not necessarily true.
Why did they do it?
No saying, oh yeah, Beverly wasn't making a big enough impact. We had to go get Eric Bledsoe for him.
Then why did they do it?
Hey.
I mean, I'm not in the coaching room when they're making their decisions. They do.
Well, if you can say that's not the reason, you got to give me something.
The first year when they went and got all those players that they didn't even need, so they do shit like that all the time that are pointless. Players that are not even touching the floor.
Man, who did they play in the second round? I know they played the Mavericks, and then who did they play? The Jazz, right?
Yeah.
I think they benched Bledsoe for that series, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Beverly, my fault. Yeah.
See, bro, I think y'all are like going we're not saying that Beverly is a better. Y'all got that, okay? It's like 76 or 77 or 78. Like, like, we're not saying that he's a better basketball player than Bledsoe. What we're saying is Beverly, he's a gritty player, active, energy, and that type of stuff you need in big playoff moments that Bledsoe isn't bringing. That's all we're saying. And I don't think we should be, bashed or get rocks thrown at us because we're saying Beverly brings more energy to the big moments. I feel like that's a fact.
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just saying like one or two energy plays is not better than consistently playing better basketball than him.
I'm saying this. I'm saying it's more than one or two plays. I'm saying Beverly gets more than one or two plays that y'all are talking about. I don't know what y'all.
He got benched, bro.
It's hard because it's like Beverly, that's his role to have one or two energy plays or three or four, however many you want to say. Like when Bledsoe played for the Clippers the first time, he was like that. Like he did those. Like he had energy plays, and that's how he got what's the name? Like
I feel like the Clippers did him dirty as well because before Kawhi and all them got there, Patrick Beverly was damn near the leader of that team with him and Harold.
Heard him.
He built that Clippers energy back up and wanted stars to want to come and play there. I feel like personally, well, I'll say the three of them did, not just Patrick Beverly, but he was very impactful for making the Clippers who they are today.
I will agree with you that he helped create a culture around the Clippers that they didn't really have.
I guess I'm just wording it differently, but yes.
No, I'm not saying you worded it wrong. I'm just saying like I agree to that part, but I'm not saying I don't think that him specifically his impact caused the other stars to want to play there. I think it was just a collaborative effort, and I don't think he was the biggest part of that.
I think like them even like not I wouldn't say scaring the Warriors because they knew it was gonna happen, but like even just bringing that to the Warriors, I think it was kind of like, oh man, like that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? But I think they did him dirty with that. And no, I don't think they specifically went out to get Bledsoe. They just picked up somebody. Like, I do agree that they didn't think that Beverly and Rondo was enough. And they just went to get somebody. I don't think Beverly was the top. I mean, Bledsoe was at the top of the list.
I'm not saying that either, but on a list better than Patrick Beverly and Rondo, I think they were like, okay, so Bledsoe is.
But we say that all the time, a player who's better, and we also break it down to who would you rather have on your team. If y'all would rather have Bledsoe, then that's cool.
I wouldn't, but the Clippers would. That's why they did it.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I agree with Kenny. They got worse.
Bro, Patrick Beverly is not that good. Like he come in, he played 20 minutes a night. He did play.
They're on this. So even if you're not saying they got, sorry to cut you off too, but even if you say that he's better, they're still on the same tier. It's not they didn't go get prime Kobe, like they went and got somebody.
They're not in the same tier.
All right, come on, y'all.
Pat Bev and Eric Bledsoe, y'all think they're the same tier?
Where have Eric Bledsoe been?
Bro, he was on the Pelicans for a year, but after that, he was running through the playoffs with Giannis, bro.
Averaging 30. Why?
He doubled Pat's average. He doubled it. I said.
What? 8 to 16?
That's not a big deal.
No, not for the Pelicans. No.
Oh my Lord! You saying somebody averages 8 points and the other person averages 16? That's not a big jump, bro.
No, you didn't like no.
So a nigga averaged 20 and another nigga averaged 28. That's equal.
It depends.
Context God!
Context matters in everything. If LeBron averages 20 and AD averages 28, that's good for LeBron because AD is taking the bigger load. Context matters in everything. So if he doubled his points going to a sub team, then thank you, congratulations. Somebody has to score the ball other than Zion.
No, through his career, he's done that.
Well, Beverly was never known as a scorer
because he's not better than Bledsoe
offensively,
bro.
I don't even know about that because he's a better rebounder, offensive rebounder, and he's a better shooter. So I don't even know about that.
Bro, you don't know about offense.
Points make you better.
Better rebounder than Bledsoe, bro.
He's not a better rebounder.
I don't think. I know you might see him get one that's like, oh, that was tough. But
why do you say one? Why are y'all saying he gets one or two good plays? He gets multiple plays that are good in a game.
Like I know the stats don't tell it all, but Eric Bledsoe averages more rebounds than him.
How many points did Eric Bledsoe average this year?
12.2.
Do you know how many
on the Pelicans?
Pat Bev averaged 7.
On the Clippers. This is bad, y'all.
What's bad? Like I don't get it.
So are y'all saying Bledsoe will have a bigger impact on the Clippers than Beverly last year?
I am saying it. Yeah, yes.
I think he will too. Just simply off of I can score more points than this guy. Like y'all probably looking at it like, oh, Beverly got a steal. Like I'm not saying he gonna do the defensive things that Patrick like the getting like talking to niggas like getting in people's face and doing all the antics. But if you literally just look at the game and look at the actual game
Actual
and like,
basketball,
I think Bledsoe will have a bigger impact. Yeah.
See, that's where we differ because
And I'm not saying like I said, I don't want to defend Eric Bledsoe. I'm not saying he's about to go out there and score 18 point but it's not hard to have a bigger impact than Patrick Beverly, if I'm being quite honest.
You guys say, go ahead, there.
No, I was just saying defensively, I think that's cap, but that's all I wanted to say.
We're talking about antics. I don't really know exactly what that means. Beverly doesn't do antics to me. To me, he plays harder than everybody on the court except Westbrook. So I'm not sure what the antics mean. He plays
so what
hard.
would you call that Chris Paul push in the back? That's not an antic.
It's a bad move.
What would you call when somebody going like the ball go out of bounds, he's standing in front of the nigga like, oh, I'm not like wherever you, I'm not moving. That's not antics.
I call that I'm getting in y'all head.
That's an antic, bro.
That's antics.
I don't call it an antic.
Trying to get into somebody's head is literally antics.
I'll look at Webster's dictionary. I can look at what it means. I can Google it, but to me, he just plays hard. I don't say he's out there like people say Joel Embiid. He's just out there messing around. He's doing antics. I don't really know what it means. They play hard. So I mean, we can call it that.
I don't want to. We don't want to stay on this for too long. We kind of got off topic. We all gave y'all our opinion on Ken Luka. You know what I'm saying? Get past the hump. That's another segment for another day, man. We're gonna move on. Next topic was damn, I always forget these. What was the next topic? One of y'all remember?
We had two.
Yeah, it was two more.
Jimmy Butler. Why is he getting a free pass? Does he deserve a free pass for this past season?
Thank you, Kenny. DJ, I know you. That was the next topic. The Heat. I wanted to speak on the Heat as a whole, but Kenny specifically wanted to break down to Butler. I'm gonna just give y'all, the what. So obviously y'all know they went and met the Lakers in the 2020 NBA championship in the bubble. And then this year, Butler was dropping triple doubles and 40 points and people was boosting him up, even though I do want to say he's not a bad player, but then this past year, I don't think he was battling injury. I think he was at the beginning of the season,
COVID.
but COVID and stuff like that. But he didn't look like the same Butler, so I'm just confused on what happened. But y'all can take that away. I'll be right back.
Right.
Now this show, I want to hear what you gotta say.
I'll actually start since I'm the resident Jimmy Butler fan, I guess.
Okay.
That's a shame.
I don't give him a free pass. Like he played terrible in the playoffs. So I like to answer the question. No, I don't give him a free pass, but I do sympathize with him because if you think about it, who are the last 4 teams in the playoffs in the bubble?
I
think it was the Lakers, the Heat, the Celtics, and who did the Lakers play in the final? The Nuggets.
I think it was the Rockets. No, the Rockets was second round, right?
Yeah, they played the Nuggets because the Nuggets beat the Clippers. It was supposed to be the Clippers. So if you look at those 4 teams, they all underachieved this year, whether it be to injury, fatigue. Like I don't like to be that person like, oh, they had a short and off season, but it's honestly true. Like these guys are used to a certain regimen, and when they aren't able to get that, it's like, yeah, like now I got COVID. Now all my team getting Victor Oladipo come and he get injured. Like it's just a lot. So I don't give them a free pass because they played terrible. But like I said, I sympathize with them because it's like, yeah, like we was off for a month, and yeah,
I will agree. Like it's not a full like pass, but I do understand to a certain extent. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then at that same time, you let Brendan Forbes outscore you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I say.
You know what I'm saying?
The playoffs, he played terrible. Like, it was bad.
Like, come on, dog.
Yeah, all those teams like the Celtics, they did pretty bad. Like they were. I was actually thinking they was going to do like great this year, but
Don't trip. This season we got y'all. Don't trip.
yeah, I actually think the Heat gonna be back too. Like, and I mean they got Kyle Lowry, so that helped. They got Victor Oladipo still. They got Jimmy, so I think they're gonna be right back, like doing good.
People plan off that Kyle Lowry edition. I think that's actually going to be really, really good for them. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he got a less of an impact than Patrick Beverly, bro.
No, I mean because they don't have Goran Dragic anymore, right?
Nah.
I mean, so they slightly improved. I'll give the edge to Lowry. Well, I won't even give it to him. He earned it. He's slightly better than Goran Dragic, but I don't think that's a huge improvement.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a game changer. I'm just saying like it's underrated.
The only reason, and I don't mean to go back, the only reason I don't like the fact that you said that, Kenny, is because you said the Mavericks picked up Reggie Bullock, and they got rid of Josh Richardson. So if we being honest, even though Josh Richardson played horrible last year, he's better than Reggie Bullock. So it's like if we want to be completely honest, the Mavericks might have got worse. But
Reggie Bullock.
What?
Reggie Bullock. It's a what league?
What you mean?
A shooter's league? He's not that good of a shooter.
It's a shooting league. Reggie Bullock is a shooter. He's shooting that ball better than Richardson. Let's talk about that.
Well, it's year by year because I remember one year Josh Richardson was shooting that thing crazy.
If you call somebody on your phone and say who shoots better, Bullock or Josh Richardson, what do you think they're gonna say? What do you think they would say?
They'd probably say Bullock. But if you call that same person and said, who do you rather want on your basketball team? Who they gonna say?
Josh Richardson.
That'd be close, man.
No, it's not, Kenny.
That would be
Stop
close.
it. Stop, man.
I mean, this goes back to what I said, y'all. You could be better, but that don't mean you got the bigger impact. Reggie Bullock is a shooter. You have to respect him. That's more spacing for Luka. Now they already got Cleaver to space the floor. They already got Hardaway to space the floor. Now they got Bullock to space the floor. Richardson don't space the floor for Luka. So I'm saying it's gonna help them.
He takes the burden off of Luka because he can actually handle the ball and score that ball too. I don't just have to pass it to you every single time, and I'm still working. I can go get one too. I can make life easier for you. You don't have to score 40 because I'll get 19. Reggie Bullock might get you 8 on a good day.
And Bullock is a better shooter. I will say that, but Josh Richardson spaces the floor. Like you saying he don't like niggas like, okay, we're not even guarding. like you can't just leave Josh Richardson.
Bro, Reggie Bullock's last 3 seasons. Now, last year he had a really good year, 40% from 3. Before that, 33. Before that, 34.
I remember him vividly playing with LeBron, and I was like, what is this guy doing?
Like, come on, man. He's 30 years old and he's still shaky as a shooter.
I'm not even saying he's a great basketball player. I'm not even saying who's better. I'm just saying what he does is more important. Josh Richardson is he's a better defender than Bullock. I'll give him that, but he's not a shooting threat, and shooting matter. That goes into spacing. So that's why I said that. But we're going backwards with this Butler thing.
Yeah. We can go back. I was just saying that's the only reason I have what did you say? I forgot what you even said. You said somebody slightly. The Kyle Lowry. Like, how can you say that? But it's like, okay, the Mavericks got Reggie Bullock. Now they might come out the West. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to understand what I was saying. I also said that I wasn't scared of Utah. I'm not scared of Portland. I'm not really thinking about Clay coming back too much. So you got to also look into that. And I also said AD isn't the same AD from the final. So it's a lot that goes into this.
See, that's I don't want to like. Fuck it, we can go back. That's where we disagree about the Mavericks, bro. I like Luka, like he good, but I don't think he's like the Jazz are a good team.
Great.
The Jazz are a good team. Like I don't think he's there yet to beat the Jazz by himself type. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not considering Luka by himself. I'm considering Tim Hardaway as a good piece. I'm considering Finney a good piece. I'm considering Brunson. These aren't great guys, but they're good pieces. So I'm not considering Luka by himself playing with bums. Luka has some help. He's not playing by himself, so I don't consider him by himself.
I agree. I just think he's by himself in the sense of he doesn't have a number 2 guy like all these other players.
Well, I mean,
A consistent number 2 guy.
who would Utah's number 2 be? Ingles, Clarkson, Gobert?
They just fit together as a whole, like as a team. Like Donovan is their star, and everybody else know their role to a T.
They are a great fit.
Their people like come together to equal number 2. And if you want to be honest, Clarkson might literally, I think he averaged 20
off the bench.
Michael Conley, guys.
He's not. He don't. I don't want to get off the subject, but I don't.
You already did it.
So much praise.
Yeah, let's just talk. Like we can just talk. Like let's just do it. But
I don't know why. Like people be like, bro, bro, he's not the same.
People be like, bro, Pat Bev. Mike Conley can't get no credit. Come on, fellas.
I like Mike Conley, but would I say he's a number 2? No, I would say he's a 3.
So you saying you got Clarkson over Conley?
Like it's weird. It's kind of like the what's the name? What did we talk about last week? Like Simmons and Harris. Like even though what's the name is the I guess second option. Like
Harris.
to me Harris is the second scoring option. But Ben Simmons is probably the better player. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's like you got to break it down, like your second scoring option or just your second option.
Right.
I think when you want somebody to like run the game, run the offense for you, like you know what I'm saying. When D Mitch is out, you're gonna give that ball to Michael Conley. He's gonna settle things down. He's gonna run the plays. But if you just want somebody to come in and score, then that's when you call Clarkson off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you want. Is it just about scoring or is it about playing the game?
Yeah.
In that sense, I got Michael. Well, honestly, it might be Rudy Gobert to be really honest.
But let's really like not compare it, like not on their team. Just what do you like? You don't think Mike Conley is a second option, right? Just in general.
What do you, like in terms of what?
Just the league. Like this guy's a good second option. Like you see what I'm saying?
Nah, I would say he like if in my ideal team, like as my third option, yeah. Like Drew
Right,
Holiday.
okay. That's where I was going with it. Like
I'm just saying on Utah.
Yeah, on Utah, he actually I guess he might be their second. But yeah, I don't think the Maverick. I don't think they there yet to be saying they better than. And they could come out and like I said, this stuff can change. But as of right now, I don't think they there yet. Like I think they're kind of with Portland, like get Luka some help and we're not gonna do it type. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, if they didn't have to face the Clippers both times, I think they make it pretty far or further. I would say.
He was about to beat the Clippers that first year, bro.
When they playing like that.
It's just hard, bro. Like, I don't know.
They got the shit in the stick. Well, I won't say shit in the stick. They could have been a higher seed or, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, them facing the Clippers didn't help at all. Like, because they're not going to – I mean, well, that kind of contradicts what I said earlier. Well, no, I said those 3 teams that Dallas will have to go through. So, yeah, but, they're going to have a tough time with Kawhi and PG. But all those other teams, I agree with Kenny. Like Jazz, Nuggets, those 2 teams to me are teams that can get the first seed in the West and do this and do that. But when it matters, they fold.
Oh, this is bothering me, bro. Like
it's kind of like the Giannis thing. It's kind of like the Giannis thing. Like y'all gonna keep doing this until they have to show me pretty much. At least make the Western well, the Nuggets just did, but. I mean, y'all say bubble, but whatever. Like, yeah, but at least make the Western Conference Finals, Jazz, and like, you know what I'm saying?
But to me, it's like I kind of agree with you, but it's like, why does Luka get why does he get the nod over them when he hasn't done anything? I understand he had to play the Clippers, but it's like the Nuggets beat the Clippers last year when the Mavericks lost, like in the bubble, the Mavericks lost to them and the Nuggets beat them. So why does Luka get the nod over them?
That was fluke. They were up 3-1. That part out. They like.
And what more you want?
And like I just said, Luka doesn't have a real like a set in stone number 2. The Jazz are they played great as a team, but I think if they faced off for the marbles, I got Dallas. Like you said, your bank account. I would probably lose. Like it's probably a high chance of me losing to some people, but I'm betting on Dallas. That's the team I'm picking.
Also, I'm doing a projection. Remember what I said? I said like I'm going with them like I'm gonna say like Porzingis is gonna be 90% of what he was when he played with the Knicks. When he was at his best, he was considered, I don't know about great, but a very good defender. Now he's considered as a lousy defender. So if he gets back the way he used to be, the league should be on notice that the Mavericks, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna contend for a championship. If it's a lot on Porzingis. We know what Luka gonna do. We know what Brunson gonna do. We know what Hardaway gonna do. We know what Finney Smith gonna do. Porzingis, will you help a lot? You know what I'm saying? Will you just do what we're paying you to do? That's all he has to do.
Help, when y'all say help, and this isn't me trying to like prove no point, and then I'm actually asking, like, what do y'all think he needs to do? Like, what is like? I know it's not all about stats, but just like for the sake of the question, like give me a point total or something. Like can you give me 24? Like what you need from him?
Honestly, if he can repeat his performance from the bubble before he stopped playing, that'll be enough, I think, for them to start moving up.
And add, like to Kenny's point, add a little bit more defense. You don't even got to go back to the defensive star you was in New York, but like, can you get a block?
Well, if he just you're asking about stats. I mean, I say because obviously Luka's going to take a lot of shots. He's going to take a lot of shots. So Porzingis probably isn't going to get you 26, 27 points, but I want him like give me 23, give me 24, be a great defender how you used to be. Be a rim protector. You're 7'2". Are you 7'2"? Are you 7'1"? Either way, you're tall. Protect the rim. Spread the floor. Also, I would like the ball out of Luka's hand a little bit. And you know what I'm saying, let KP do his own thing a little bit. Don't make him a spot up shooter because he's more than that. So you know what I'm saying? I think he should average about 12 rebounds, 24 points, and the field goal percentage should be pretty high. And he got to work on his fadeaway. You got to work on your fadeaway in the paint, like 18-footed mid-range, like all them threes, which he is a pretty good. Well, I don't even know if he's a pretty good shooter anymore, but he used to be. So he just got to get back to what he was. And when he's at his best, I got him pretty much better than most bigs when he's at his best. But it's just been so long. It's been so long.
Even now he's better than most bigs, but like bigs be ass.
Well, no, I'm talking about even top bigs, like when he was at his best, because when he was at his best, he had wiggle. Like, you know how people like to say Jokic is slow. You know how people like to say Jokic is slow or whatever. He's not too athletic. Porzingis was that motherfucker. He had wiggle. So I'm saying if he gets back to that, you know what I'm saying? I think
AD, right?
Huh?
I think he's better than AD, right?
Let's move on, y'all.
Come on, man.
It's funny. I think AD is overrated. Like, I think AD is overrated. I mean, hey, I screenshotted on my phone today.
Let's move on. Yeah.
So let's actually go into this. Like, why do you think he's overrated?
Dive into that. Like, let me hear that.
I want to get this out. I took a screenshot on my phone today. And what it say is, I don't know if y'all can see this good, but pretty much it's saying name one thing that Davis does better than Embiid. Because most humans would say AD's better than Embiid, right? Most humans would say that. About 90% of humans.
Dribble, shoot, mid-range, post up, pass.
Post up. Slow
I would not say he don't post up, but that motherfucker, his shot selection is the worst in the league. He don't post better.
Do about the shot going in. I'm just saying.
He posts better than
IQ.
Go ahead. Sorry, let me let you finish, sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Rod is right. That might have been a stretch, but dribble, pass, shoot.
I don't know what the percentages say, but when you say shooting, you're saying all across the floor?
Well, score. I would say score.
Is he a better defender? I got Embiid. I don't know. He's more versatile. I would
give it to Embiid, but I think it's close. Well, I don't know because
I'm giving that to AD.
Yeah, I was about to say because AD might he can get you on the perimeter a little bit. So I would go.
That's what he got. That like all in all, just to wrap everything up into one, he's just more versatile, I would say, than Joel Embiid. Like Joel Embiid is a true big to me, and AD is too. Like I'm not saying AD isn't a big, but AD, I just feel like he has more skills, like perimeter skills, I would say. So, yeah. And I know it's like, that's no knock to Embiid because it's like, you don't have to be able to do that. But
yeah. I agree. I agree with the versatile. AD's definitely more versatile. AD was guarding Jimmy Butler and doing pretty well in the championship.
Yeah.
We wouldn't put Embiid on Butler. That would be bad. That would be very bad. So he's definitely more versatile. It's just it's something to think about.
You should
That's
delete that.
That's actually a good little argument there, right there, man.
It's just something that I've seen. I've been thinking this for some time. I just don't like to say things because people think I'm going to be an outsider. I'm just saying something stupid. But it's funny to me that somebody else actually posted it, and it's funny.
Well, I don't think if you ask most humans today, like I don't think most humans would say AD is better than Embiid.
What AD
are we talking about?
Anthony Davis.
I think Anthony Davis, but if he keeps being injured, it's like eventually I'm gonna have to say like, sorry, bro, like I can't.
Right. But I do want us to realize what we just said on the last pod. Anthony Davis last year is a top 5 player.
Yeah, max health. Like I said, max health, but
no, max health.
When healthy, I think I'm taking AD, and that's also I don't like to make it seem like it's a knock. Like that was truly just preference. I think
I got Embiid. I got Embiid. I feel like his shot selection is better than Anthony Davis. I feel like his selection of shots is way better than Anthony Davis. I don't know what their 3-point percentages is. I don't know who the better 3-point shooter would be, but to be honest, based on when I view the games, I think they're about what. They're both great defenders. We seen what has AD done when he was the first option? I mean, all he's really done in this league, like we like to talk about like people's resume, and I hate to play the if game, but y'all don't think if Joel Embiid played with LeBron, you don't think they could have beat the Heat in the championship? Like if you put Embiid in AD's spot, you don't think they would have won? So it's just like, and if you put AD with Philly, would he be an MVP candidate like Joel Embiid was this year before he got hurt?
You on fire, Kenny? You on fire?
I don't like those though. I don't like.
I'm not even finished.
I do to answer your question.
You do?
I think AD could be an MVP candidate with Philly.
No, if you replace him this past year, he would have been an MVP candidate just like Embiid.
I mean, I know the year. I think yes. Like with that team, I think he could be an MVP candidate. Yeah.
To cut in, he was an MVP candidate one of those years in New Orleans, right?
He might have been a candidate, but he never would have won because they wasn't winning.
No, yeah, I know that, but it was like the Curry Jank. He was at least on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
if we being honest, that might be Ben Simmons and Anthony Davis might work. Like that one might actually work.
But no, my bad to cut you off too, Ken. I know you said you wasn't done, but it's like, why do we pick and choose the ifs? You just put him on the team with the best player. Let's go get motherfucking Marcus Morris and put him on the team with LeBron. Like, and he just got a ring. So it's like you can't do that. Like, he was an MVP caliber player by himself. So was AD. They just weren't winning. But let's act dumb and say that Philly team wasn't way better than the Pelicans team.
I would have to go back and look at the roster. They had DeMarcus Cousins and Rondo one year. I would have to go back. I wouldn't.
I would have to go back because you say Ben Simmons sucked. You told me that, right? And that's their second best player. So how good is Philly really? He's an all-star.
How good
my opinion don't matter to everybody.
I'm talking to you.
He's an all-star though.
Bro, how good is Tobias Harris? Is he consistent?
He's an all-star. Yes, he's very good. Now, and you told me that. Now all of a sudden you don't remember saying that?
I'm asking you, is he consistent?
What does that mean? Embiid is not consistent. So what's your point?
Well, I think they
didn't even answer my other three. Who do you think is the better dribbler?
Between who and who?
Anthony Davis and Embiid.
I will give the edge to AD.
That one might be a toss-up, to be honest.
Hey, I go Embiid now.
Neither one of them are really known for their passing. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what Ross said.
When y'all play devil's advocate, bro, to stress the conversation. Some of this stuff don't have to be as advanced as we make it.
I'm keeping it a butt with you. I truly do not know. Like neither one of them like wow me with their passing, so that might just really be a toss-up, bro.
Yeah, I don't know either.
And AD, what like they weren't. I ain't gonna act like they was just winning being the first seed like Embiid, but they was making playoffs. Like some year I remember they swept Dame and them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like.
Were they making playoffs like that? What they did like twice?
Huh?
Bro,
Would they make it like twice?
I just
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I think they made playoffs a few times. I remember they kept losing to Golden State.
Well,
I thought
since
that
what
they
if
lose once.
Embiid was on that Pelicans team, I think it would be the same outcomes, if not worse.
I'm you maybe I just have a question and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I hate to do the if thing. I hate it, but I just want y'all to answer the question. That's what I want y'all to do. Embiid, they were first. They were first in the East. Embiid and Philly, they were first in the East for a good chunk of this season. He got injured. He was a favorite to win the MVP, most valuable player this season in the NBA. If he would have stayed healthy, do y'all would have think he would have led his team to the first seed in the Eastern Conference? And do you think he would have won MVP? I just want yay or nay.
You said
Yes.
Embiid?
Yes and no.
So what they would have got first seed or MVP? Like which one?
Yes, they would have made first seed. They would have gone. I think they was giving the MVP to Joker regardless.
Okay.
Well, I think they was the first seed anyway. Weren't they the first seed?
Oh, they were? That helps me even more if so.
I think they fell behind right at the end. Let me do my research. But y'all keep going.
I hope so. That'll help me out more.
I'm actually looking, bro. And why are we quick to say Anthony Davis is better than Joel Embiid?
Yeah, they were first. They were first.
Bigger name. He went to Kentucky. Joel Embiid went to Kansas. It's stuff
Well,
like
I told you, if you asked 10
I'm
humans
not both.
today, I think more would say Embiid.
I don't know.
I do think Anthony Davis is overrated to an extent.
Me too.
I think playing with LeBron definitely boosted his namesake in a lot of people's minds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
LeBron does that to some people.
But both as number one options. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Embiid, bro. I love it.
It's hard to say because we haven't seen Anthony Davis as a number one option on a team that's as good as Embiid's.
They're not gonna. They don't hear that part, Cam. They don't hear that.
I'm out.
Maybe not.
How good?
They're not hearing that part, Cam.
No,
They're not hearing that Philly is way better than those Pelican rosters that AD was on.
They haven't always been though.
And you got to think about the Pelicans being in the West.
They don't hear that part either, Cam.
Oh, here we go.
How good?
Here we go. That's just a fact. Like
the Warriors in their prime, Cam, kicking their ass every year.
It's because I would consider that a little bit more if like Anthony Davis was like consistently like a fifth seed or something like that. But it's a lot of times he won't even end that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you're as good as people say he is, it's like at least give me eighth seed. At least make the playoffs consistently as the number one option.
No.
Like, bro, what?
No.
Why not?
Y'all don't understand that this is a team sport. If you put AD out there with four me's, it won't work. No, I don't care how good you are. Y'all take, and I'm starting to even say this about Bron. Me and Cam was just talking about this a couple weeks ago on the court when we was actually hooping together in person. And they were saying like, oh, if he went to the Wizards, I said Bron would need to recruit somebody. Somebody is going to go over to Washington and join LeBron. Even for him, I don't believe anybody can do it by themselves. You put Embiid over there with some of the rosters that AD has had, and I think they would be the same outcome.
Andrew Holiday.
Thanks.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But we don't even have to talk about regular season. So just accolades. AD been in the league since 2012. He got 3 All-NBAs, 3 All-Defense. Joel Embiid been in the league since 14, and he missed his first 2 years. And he already got 3 All-Defensive and 3 All-NBAs. Like, I'm on your ass, and you've been in the league about 5 more years than me.
that's true, but you got to think about like this is like I know y'all probably gonna dismiss this, but this is just a fact. Anthony Davis was in like with the whole All NBA, all this stuff. Like he was in the league with Tim Duncan. He was in the league with Kobe Bryant. Like he wasn't making All NBA because he had like Joel Embiid. He missed his first 2 years, and I'm not saying I can't remember when they retired, but he wasn't going up against Tim Duncan and Kobe really. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stuff like that matters when it comes to All NBA and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, come on, dog.
And not only that, I know it's kind of what y'all probably missed this too. It's 4 and 5. I know AD. I think he played mostly the 4 in the Pelicans. But I think this is my own personal opinion. I think it's easier to get those defensive accolades when you're a center. I think all of us agree that we don't, well, except you, Robert. I think most of us agree that we don't think what's the name should be winning these defensive player of the years.
Who, Gobert?
Yeah. So it's like, I think
I disagree. I think he should win those. Like
that's my whole.
Yeah, I think he should.
Well, I don't. And
Yeah. You're
easier
consistent with that.
those odds at those all defensive teams when you're a center because you're constantly having to, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I said it's kind of what if, because he did before, but I mean, he played a little different. I think his versatility is what makes him better before we even get to dribbling, scoring, shooting, and all of that.
He's more versatile.
And also, like I said, this isn't a blow. Like I said it. Like this is more like preference almost. Like, what do you want? I don't think Anthony Davis is way better than Joel Embiid.
And also one more thing about the teams. The 76ers just now really getting OD with their roster. Like these last couple of years. Before that, they weren't looking too sweet.
What years are you talking about?
Take their best year. Take this past year.
Ever since he's been in the league, he has a better roster. I wouldn't say that.
I
We're not comparing him to the Celtics. We're comparing him to the Anthony Davis Pelican teams.
The Justin Anderson, like Ersan Ilyasova years, they look sweet, bro. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
That they fit. They don't have to be big names for them to be a better team.
Drew Holiday, Rondo, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, okay.
Bro, you just gave credit to Ersan Ilyasova, but I can't give credit to Rondo and Drew Holiday.
Off names.
That's not even just names, bro. Like, they're just better players, bro. Like, come on, Demir.
It's not about who's the best. We just had this conversation with Beverly.
It is about.
It's who would you rather have on your team?
Ersan Ilyasova, bro. I want Rondo.
The 3-and-D. He's a 3-and-D. What was Rondo
doing?
He
don't play no damn defense, man. Come on, bro.
Y'all just name Rondo, Drew Holiday. Okay, bro. Like that means nothing.
We're just talking about how Rondo was an impact player on the Clippers.
I didn't say that.
Y'all, bro, like y'all gotta stop that, man.
Oh, y'all make this shit so advanced when it don't have to be. Eye test, stat
Every year, yeah, I agree with Demir. Well, I'm not gonna say I agree with Demir. The one year that the Pelicans were good with Rondo, Drew Holiday, and that's when they swept They swept the Blazers and then lost to the Warriors. So I don't fault them for that. Like, you lost to the Warriors. So that year,
that's with or without KD?
Huh?
That's without KD, right?
I believe so, yeah.
You got enough?
73-9 Warriors?
You got enough.
That's my whole point. Devil's advocate.
You don't have enough?
You have enough to be the team that broke the winning record.
They just play better. Stephen Curry is their leader, but Draymond and Curry, and Clay, let's not act like they're top 10 players, bro.
Clay is close.
The way y'all talk about Clay, I agree.
Clay is close.
The way y'all talk about Clay,
Clay is close.
The way I talk about Clay, bro.
Clay is close to me. I think he's somebody.
I don't remember who it is that talks about. I feel like all three of y'all do it, but yeah.
I think Drew Holiday and Klay Thompson as NBA players, I think they're close. Bro, Drew Holiday is a hooper. You just saw him on the biggest stage.
I agree.
14 and 16, like what?
Giannis. Clay could have did the same thing.
He would have got 14 and 16 with Giannis, bro.
Are you talking about points?
14 points, 16 assists.
Oh, no, not the assists.
Like, come on, bro. Drew Holiday is a good player. They might not do the same things.
But
as a defender, it's equal.
For real, right? Be honest, bro.
Not a point guard.
Like, think about what you just said. You just said the Anthony Davis Pelican had enough. Like, you really stand by that?
The reason I give so much credit to the Warriors is because they really didn't have that much OD. They just played better basketball than everybody else, bro. Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Draymond and Klay Thompson, they are really good players. Do not get me wrong, but they are not world breakers as your second and third option. So when you play them, it's really not about the players too much, but you got to just play better basketball. Correct or incorrect? People say when Klay Thompson got on his own team, he wouldn't even be that like that. Yeah. I think it was y'all that said he's not even a scorer for real. He's just a shooter. Draymond, everybody hates Draymond. But now all of a sudden they're the top talent in the league.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Let's be for real.
Let's go on another podcast. This is one of your worst takes ever. For you to think that Pelicans team
You didn't tell me that Klay Thompson was not a scorer.
I never told you that.
Bro, that's what's the whole. I said he wasn't scoring. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, and
You
then
remember that?
Then we brought in the fact that he could shoot mid-range and he's good at driving. And then we said he is a scorer.
I said that.
No, you didn't. We all agreed that he
Oh my! So I was the one saying he was a shooter, and y'all wrong.
So what you trying to break down?
Not capping, bro.
You're talking about the team that won 73 games. They did not stand a fucking chance against the Warriors.
Who's a better top three? Steph,
Warriors.
Klay, and Draymond, or the Lakers now?
The Warriors.
What?
The Warriors. They proved it.
No, answer my question.
I just answered your question.
Who's the better top three players? Don't cut me off. Who's a better top three players? LeBron James, Russell. Don't cut me off, bro. Let me finish my question.
I'm answering you.
I didn't even finish it. You don't even know how to answer it, my nigga. I didn't finish.
What you about to say? The Warriors 3. That's your answer.
So Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond are three better players than LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis.
You want me to say it in Spanish?
Just say that. Just say yes, they are.
I just said that multiple times. Yes, they are.
Okay, your basketball knowledge is depleted, bro. You're wrong.
Yeah, and yours is not by saying the Pelicans had a chance to beat that team. Great. So now
they play better basketball.
Yeah, right. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
that not make sense?
You can say that about any team. If they play better basketball, they'd won the chip. Like that doesn't make any sense. They weren't beating that team. Simple as that.
Why not?
Because
you're pretty much saying every team had
right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the Pelicans they had enough talent. If they played well enough, they could have beat them.
And we're saying you can say that about obviously they got talent. You're in the NBA, so use your talent and work harder.
Bro, so you see now y'all twisting my words. You're literally not listening on purpose in order to try to get over, but it's not gonna work with me, bro.
It don't matter with me.
I'm not saying the Kings could have beat them. They don't have enough talent. But Anthony Davis, top 5, Drew Holiday, all-star, top defender. You can win.
Okay, we can say the same thing about Draymond, but you just said he's shit. All-star, top defender, defensive player of the year.
I didn't say he was shit. I said y'all said he was shit.
No, yes, bro. You just said that before you brung our.
I swear on I never said that he was. I said everybody hates him. Y'all think he's not good. I never said that he wasn't good. I said he's not a world breaker. He's not the best, but he still is a good NBA player.
I'm looking at this game, bro. Drew Holiday didn't even start in this series.
Okay.
It was Anthony Davis, Eric Gordon, Tyreke Evans, Quincy Pondexter, and Omer Ashik.
They had a chance to beat the Warriors, Cam.
Drew Holiday.
He had the talent to beat the Warriors.
Oh my! Drew Holiday I don't know what happened. He only played 3 games and he averaged 6 points.
He had a best. That's not average Drew Holiday, correct?
Even what would you say his average is? 20?
Oh, 15 to 6. So you had a bad. How much did Eric Gordon average that year? 20.
Eric Gordon averaged 18. I'm talking about this series. I'm just looking at the series. He averaged.
I'm talking about as players. What were their averages that year?
As players, 2014-15, he averaged 13 points.
Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
And he averaged 18 in the series?
18 in the series, yeah.
Okay, got you. So you got Eric Gordon, you got Tyreke Evans. I don't know if he was good or bad the year. He was probably bad. But then you got Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday didn't play up to expectations. Eric Gordon played better. And you got Anthony Davis. And you got defender and Omer Ashik. Why don't you have enough talent to win?
Okay, now listen. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, Andre Iguodala, Leandro Barbosa, Sean Livingston, Maurice Spates. Like,
you're just saying names. Like what? Quincy Pondexter, most Spates. They probably the same player. Sean Livingston, Tyreke Evans. Like, come on, bro.
No, I'm done with it, bro. He got
bro, somebody talk. Nobody's talking to me. Give me some facts. Tell me why it's crazy. Don't just say it's stupid. Talk to me, Demir. You're telling me most Spates and Quincy Pondexter, that's a dub for most Spates?
It's just hard. And that's why I say by you saying this, you're pretty much saying every team in the league had a chance, had enough.
When it comes to
they were literally the 8th seed.
Bro, it's like y'all choosing not to listen to what I'm saying.
Matter of fact, let me look at it. So this is the Eastern Conference. Let me look at the Western Conference. Let's go to the freaking Rockets. Yes. Yeah, like so you're pretty much saying the Rockets had enough, and they had Harden, Clint Capella, Trevor Ariza, Patrick Beverly, Corey Brewer. Like you're saying they had enough too?
No. Well, actually, say it again.
Harden, Dwight Howard. I ain't even say that. Harden, Dwight Howard, Clint Capella, Corey Brewer, Pat Bev, Trevor Ariza.
Yes.
I mean, I don't even like. I'm not even gonna argue. Like we just disagree because you're pretty much saying every team had enough.
The Warriors, talent-wise, that's not why they're OD, bro. It's that you have Curry talent-wise. Yes, he's OD better than everybody. But the reason they're so good is because they play well and they play basketball well together. That same team before it was losing games. They didn't always break records. They were mid-tier before, but they just played better basketball together.
Nah, I agree that they didn't have like the most. I don't think what's the name, but I think like pretty much what you're saying. I think you have to have a lot to beat that. Like I understand they don't have the most talent, as in like player wise, but I think the way they play basketball, you have to have a lot to have enough to beat them.
I think you have to have defenders.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I'm just saying, like, I think you're trying to compare player to player. Like, no, I'm saying, like, you have to, like, though they don't have the players' talent, they have something that's very, like, a lot more, like, you have to have a lot to beat that, even though they don't have, like, the physical talent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What do you need?
LeBron and Kyrie, obviously, because they beat them. But, yeah. Like, you need a lot, bro.
Do you though?
Yes.
You just have to play better ball, bro. Like you just said yourself, like the talent's not there. Well, Demir himself said that the Lakers aren't as good as their top three. So I don't know about that one. But like, come on, guys. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't get caught up in this shit. I'm not saying that the Warriors suck or nothing and that anybody can beat them. I'm just saying you have enough to make some noise. You know what I'm saying? If you're Anthony Davis, you top 5, you MVP, all this stuff, like you guys are saying, why can't you beat them?
Because they might have the name. They don't have the
they don't play better ball, right? They don't play better ball.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have enough to play better ball. Like you saying they don't have enough to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Say it again.
Like you're saying you got to play better ball than them to beat them. They don't have enough to play better ball.
I'm not saying that they should be. I'm saying they can. It's possible for that team to beat them.
When you dumb it down like that, it's possible. Like when you're using that word, it's possible for any team.
For an MVP candidate, like that's the whole thing we're coming back to. Is that Anthony Davis, he lost to the Warriors? Like, no, you could have beat them if you're an MVP top 5 player. Like,
you're pretty much saying you're holding that. Like, you don't like. I'm not saying give them a free. Well, shit, I might be saying give them a free. Like, I don't knock nobody for losing to them.
Myself, no, because I don't think he's good. Everybody else say so. For me, it's understandable. But y'all saying like, this is the top 5, one of the best bigs of all time, top player in the league. So yeah,
man, yeah, I don't like. I just look at it like I agree with what you said. I just don't think it's a lot of teams that have enough to play better ball than them. Like you got to have a lot to be able to play better ball than them.
I do agree you have to have a certain level, but if you have a top player and you have good players around them, you can do it.
But that's
LeBron James proved it.
Pretty much everybody in the playoffs. Everybody in the playoffs has a top player and good players around them. Like you're saying the Blazers had enough to beat them. They got Dame and they got people around him.
Dame doesn't have good players around him. And I don't think Dame.
Dame?
I'm talking about top. When I say top, I mean like top 5 to top 6.
You saying top player wise?
Top like 1 through 6. Yes. I don't mean like an all-star. Like I don't mean like a Jimmy Butler. You can beat them. But if you have an MVP candidate, top 5, and then good players around them, you have enough talent to play with the Warriors.
See, but that's where we're disconnecting. Okay, if you want to compare player to player, yeah, but are you in agreement that they probably played the best basketball of all time down there?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so the talent, it don't like you could have put Anthony Davis and I don't even know. Like you could have put a lot of people together. It wouldn't have worked though. because it's like y'all, even though y'all got the talent, we play better basketball than
That's
y'all.
literally what I said.
And I said I agree with you, but to me, where we're disconnecting is you saying they have enough. No, they don't, because they don't. The talent doesn't equate to better basketball. You need to.
I'm not saying they have more talent than the Warriors, but they have enough to where if you lose, you're taking this, bro. If you're top 5 MVP, why not?
They don't have enough. Like the only 2 players, like KD got to take it because we was up 3-1, and then yeah, I don't know, bro. That was the best team of all time, bro. And you're saying that Anthony Davis had enough to beat them?
What I'm saying is, put it like this, because I lost where I was at. AD and stuff, they're on the same tier.
Say it again.
LeBron and AD, that's gonna be AD and stuff, they're on the same tier.
LeBron, AD, and stuff?
No, not LeBron, AD and stuff.
Well, not like, yes, like I guess that year, yeah.
They
But
on the
even
same
that
tier.
year, I don't know, because Steph was going crazy.
He was top 5, right?
Yeah, he was definitely.
He won 1 or 2.
You talking about Steph or AD?
Yeah, y'all always got KD and LeBron above Steph, right?
Yeah.
So they on the same tier. You have enough scorers and people around you to compete with a Klay Thompson. Draymond, you don't got to really worry about guarding him too much. So talent-wise, if you guys played excellent basketball, you could have beat that team if you played better basketball than them. But the reason why the Warriors are so good, not because they have the best lineup of all time, is because they played the best basketball of all time.
Okay, and that's where we're disconnecting. Like when you say, like, let's like saying, like, I don't know, that's like saying anybody can beat this team because all you got to do is play better basketball than
That's literally not, you're literally agreeing with me and then disagreeing with the last part just because you don't like that. That's not what I'm saying at all.
What you mean I'm disagreeing with the last part? Because I don't.
You just followed my whole logic until I say this, and then you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. Well, why not?
Because it's no way in hell that you can think in your right mind that, bro, if they would have replayed that series 100 times in a row, it would not have been no different. And to me, that proves that they don't have enough, because out of 100 times, one of those times they're going to play their best basketball, and it still won't be enough. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but I can't say I agree.
So you
they're not unbeatable, bro.
You said out of those 100 times, you think the Pelicans could get a series out of the 100?
Yeah,
times?
out of 100 times, they couldn't get one, bro.
An entire series.
Yes.
I get that. Now that's where the disagree. I think if they played that series 1,000, like you get however many times you want to play it with the same health and stuff. Obviously, if somebody get injured, but with the same health and everything, they could play that series 300,000 times and it won't change. It would stay the same.
That's agree to disagree.
Yeah, and they were the 8th seed.
And I'm okay with having a bad take. That's fine. But tell me why it's bad. Don't just say it's dumb or something like that. You got to break it down for me, because I got reasoning behind mine.
Well,
I respect. I respect how you know what I'm saying. We talked about it, and I get it. But don't just say it's stupid and not have anything back behind it. Talk to me.
Yeah, that was horrible though. that was.
You literally agree. I can't tell you agree with me.
I agree with the talent.
I can't take you agree. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't take it.
That's
but
terrible.
I'll take that I have a bad take.
Yeah, that's true. But we gonna move on for this. I feel like this is gonna get pretty lengthy too, but we can still do it. For the last topic, we seen a little video asking is Zion Williamson a generational talent? So I wanted to pose that question to y'all to see what y'all think, because there was a lot of different outlooks on that. So what y'all think?
I don't think so. He's a great player. I feel like he's pretty close to his ceiling already, though. You can always work on a jump shot. I get that. But I don't want to get too much into my beliefs, but I just feel like if you have it, you have it. If you don't, you don't. So you can work on the jump shot and his percentage will probably go up a couple, but I don't feel like he'll ever have a knockdown jump shot. And what he does in the paint, I feel like that's extraordinary, but that's how great it can be. I mean, he can work on free throws and passing, but I feel like he's already, like I said, pretty much reached his ceiling, which isn't bad. I think he could make a Hall of Fame with a lengthy career playing the way he is. I look at him as like another Charles Barkley in a sense. So yeah, I think he'll be decent as far as like accolades, like getting an MVP and stuff like that. His team has to be winning. So Pelicans will have to make some moves, or he will have to go. As far as a generational talent, I wouldn't say so. And I'm not saying he couldn't go. Well, no, I don't think he could be the GOAT because that's how I look at generational talent. So my generational talent, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, LeBron James, obviously, those are to me generational talents, and I don't see Zion living up to those kind of.
Okay. Kenny?
I'm gonna go last.
Go ahead, right?
No, I don't think. What's generational talent? Like
That
LeBron
was
and
what
stuff.
I was gonna ask. Like, y'all don't think Jason Tatum is a generational talent, right?
No, he's a very good player.
Okay.
I think generational talent before Ross steps in. I think we need to come up with concrete definitions altogether. For me personally, I feel like somebody who can come in and change the league. Like you can turn a franchise around
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, in a big way. Not just y'all didn't make playoffs and you got them to eighth seed if y'all were close to eighth seed, but like change the franchise around in a big way, like LeBron can. And I mean, Kobe had some down years, but the Lakers were the Lakers, but he kept them to their name. Michael Jordan with the Bulls, you see what I'm saying? So like that.
I agree with that. Like, when I think of generational, the first three players that literally just pop into my head is like LeBron, Steph, Luka, players that you probably won't never see again for another generation or two. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Zion, like, what does he do? That's too crazy. He jump high. Like, what do you do though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is hard. This is tough.
I actually think Zion is overrated. So this probably isn't a good question for me.
Well, I think my definition is different. Like when I hear generational talent, I think of like kids, like, oh, he look like he's like this player, like he's like this, and I think Zion does fit that. Like as far as like he's gonna be a household name. As far as like, oh, he dunked like Zion. Like ain't nobody saying, oh, he do this like Jason Tatum. Like, and Jason Tatum is great. Don't get me wrong, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so Gerald Green's a generational talent.
no, no, I've never heard anybody say he dunked like Gerald.
I hear a lot of people. I hear even
dunks like Gerald. You've heard somebody say, "Oh, he got a Gerald Green like back."
I've seen that he jumped like Gerald Green.
He get up like Gerald Green.
I've
never heard nobody say he dunked like Zion. Like Zion's dunked, but it's like Blake Griffin used to dunk. He generational.
Nah, but I didn't hear that either.
You hear the Zion, but you never heard Blake?
I know Blake Griffin can dunk. I'm saying like I think I can go ask a 4-year-old kid, do you know who Zion is? Like, and he would be like, yeah.
And I think at the time Blake was hot. You could ask a 5-year-old kid, like, you know Blake Griffin? They're like, yeah.
I like how
Bob
you try
City.
to add a year up there.
I mean, now he's on the bench somewhere. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But nah.
Charles' point, I mean, social media is so like everybody, like 4-year-olds are on social media now. They got, and I wouldn't say he's overrated, but I will say the media overrates him. So it is probably some 4-year-olds that knows who Zion Williamson is. And not saying they didn't have the internet when Blake Griffin won dunk contest, but things were just a little bit different.
Oh, to me, it's all like how you like base it. Because if you got Luka, right, I definitely think Zion. If you say Luka is, I think Zion is. But I don't think Luka is. Like I think generational is like LeBron, Shaq, like people like that, like which. I mean, I guess we got to see how Luka's career pans out. But
I don't understand at all. Like, how can you say Zion might be, but Luka is not?
No, I said if you got Luka, I got Zion.
So do you think Luka is generation? You don't think Luka is generation?
No, And I don't like if it depends on the criteria we're using, because like I don't think neither one of them. Like my answer is no to the question. I don't think Zion or Luka is generational. But I'm saying if you're saying Luka is, then I think Zion, like, yeah, I think
mine is about play. Luka has already shown like he's one of the best passers in the league, one of the best rebounders in the league, one of the best players in the league. He can play with the best players in the league. Zion has done none of those things.
Wait, what did Luka has done? What?
He's shown that he's one of the best passers, rebounders, players. He's played with the best, competed with the best, almost knocked some of the best players out of the playoffs. What has Zion done?
We have to stop giving him credit for winning 2 games again. Like at first it was cool, but we got to.
They were looking like they were about to win. Like everybody thought the Mavs was going to win before Kristaps got out, bro. Is that correct or incorrect?
I seen yes.
We like to give LeBron credit for when injuries happen. We like to give Steph injury and all that stuff like that. When it comes to Luka, it's like never mind.
I've seen people saying the Mavs was going to win. Yeah.
So he's gonna get his credit, and I get like not liking it, but like it's a part of it. Like Zion hasn't even came close. Like he hasn't done anything impactful as a player.
I get it. Well, let's not say impactful. He has done something impactful.
What?
He almost averaged 30 points, bro. That's an impact. Like, come on, let's not.
What is it? Because where did it get you?
It didn't get him nowhere, but that's an impact. Come on, bro.
Well, it might not be an impact. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It didn't impact anything. He gave me empty calories.
Like you average 50 on the 12th team in the league. Is that really an impact?
Well, yes, 50 points. Let's not go ahead. Like to answer,
but it's not doing anything though.
It's good for that player, but to use the word impactful, you're not impacting anything. If you're the 12th best team in the league, your 50 was literally meaningless for the team. For you, great.
I don't know. I don't think Luka's generational, but I don't think Zion is, to answer the question.
I agree with you there, Cam. I don't think Luka. I get what Rod is saying, but I don't think he is either. But Zion,
because if you're saying Luka's generational, then you would literally have to, by your criteria, you would have to say Trae Young is generational.
I don't know, bro. Why?
Because he can play with it. Like he's shown that he can do this, do that, like all the things you said. He's shown that he's one of the best passers, one of the best scorers. He can play with the best players in the league, like compete with them. Like with all the things you said, Trae Young fits.
Bro, Trae Young's one of the worst defenders of all time. That's a stat.
Luka's not a good defender.
He's not the worst of all time.
But I'm saying everything you just said, Trae Young fits, bro.
And everything I said, Luka is better than and has done more.
Well, Trae Young has reached the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, he has. You did that once, and you right before that you missed the playoffs. So you give and you take. Now next year he gets to the ECF again. He's doing the same thing. Then I might have to give him some credit. But even that being said, Trae Young has had more of an impact on NBA basketball than Zion has.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's had more impact than Luka.
What?
Trae Young has had more impact on NBA basketball than Luka.
No, he has not.
That's just I don't want to because we can have a.
We can go. What you want to go? Is ECF your own thing? We can go by records. We can go by points scored. We can go by assists made. Like what you mean?
I care about like overachieving. Like he's achieved more with less.
Well, like you said,
that's one of the topics
in the West.
I actually wanted to talk about, bro. I was thinking about that today. I guarantee you, people are gonna start acting like, oh, Trae Young got DeAndre Hunter, Kevin Huerter. Like, don't try to act like they was household names before this stuff happened. Now, when they go to the East, not talking to you, Rod, not talking to you, but people like I feel like now they like, no, Trae Young, he got a good team. Like, bro, not trying to act like because me and Rod, we're the only two that thought they were gonna make the playoffs. And I'm not even talking to y'all two, Kenny and but. Yeah, that was one of the topics I want to talk about, but that's off on a tangent. But go ahead, Kenny.
Yes, he's a generational player. I honestly don't see how you could say he's not. You look at the things, some of the things he's doing. I don't know who else has ever done it. He's in his second year. Who averaged 27 points their second year playing? Is there anybody? I
I'm
actually
sure it is.
to
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure it is. But if they did, they're generational talent too, probably.
I want to wait for Cam to Google that. Who has averaged 27 points their second year? He's fourth in PER his second year. I don't know who's done that. So it's like, let's give credit for him being fourth in PER. That means only 3 players have a better PER than him. We can act like that doesn't matter. He gets to the free throw line 9 times a game. We can act like that doesn't matter, even though he only makes 70% of the free throws, which isn't good, but it's an improvement. And he get there 9 times a game. Like I said, he get you 4 assists. Go ahead, Cam.
Luke, it's funny that you say that because Luka averaged 27. Like he averaged 28. Well, 29 damn near his second year.
Is that the only player?
No, I'm pretty sure it's probably I ain't gonna say a lot, but it's probably a few guys that's done that.
Hold up.
But I'm not saying you're wrong. Like keep going.
I want to see what LeBron averaged his second year.
Probably went 27. Yeah, it probably went 27. It was 20. Oh, never mind. LeBron averaged 27.2.
Generational.
So he's not the only one that's done that. But okay, so you say
But the other person that done it is also one of probably the generational talent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So pretty much he's going to be one of the most efficient players in the NBA if he continues to play how he play. He's 61% from the field. Like who else does that? And who else gets, you know what I'm saying? So to be over 50% from the field and to get 27 points, it's not too many people getting more than 27 points a game. I mean, you probably have not even 10 players that average more than him. So he's 8th in the league in scoring. So, and he's 4th in PER. So yes, he's a generational player. It's not too many scorers that's better than him. Like I said, he's 8th in the league. So I gotta say, he's 8th in scoring. That's what it says according to my phone. It says 8th. He averaged 27 points.
This is 3-point percentage.
It's 29, but that's pretty. Yeah, he don't really take them. So I don't. Even if
score is better than him.
Wait, you said 3-point percentage is 29?
And he's a generational talent.
we would have to look at the attempts in there. We would have to look at the attempts.
I didn't know that.
It's
That's
probably
actually
not
pretty
even
bad.
100 attempts.
I wouldn't say he's a general. Like,
Wait, who we're talking? Are we still talking about Luka?
well, no, I was still thinking about Luka. I'm sorry. The reason I wouldn't say Luka is because, like, generational. If we just think about it in a simple way, it just means like we won't see this guy, like another guy that's like him in our generation.
Oh, okay. Zion, no. Hard no.
I ain't even think about that. But Luka and James Harden, they're kind of the same.
That's an anomaly, but like they're both generational talents, I would say. But I think just like because I do think the once in a generation, but also like that's players like that are going to be at the top of most stats lists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like in NBA history, you're going to see their name a lot. You're going to know they impacted the game a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? James Harden is one of the best NBA players of all time, generational.
Oh, we'll definitely see somebody dunk the ball a lot and get 27 points again.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It goes back to the Bledsoe thing. I don't want to defend Zion, and I ain't saying I want to bash him, but I'm just not the biggest. But I don't want, like, yes, he dunks. Like, I know he just like, but I don't want to make it seem like he just out there, like, just like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, what did Rodney just say last video? If you average 25 points, 26 points, 27 points, you're one of the best scorers in the league. Didn't you say something like that, Rod?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so he averaged 27 points. So he's a top scorer in the league. I don't care how you get him. Like, I don't care if
My bad, go ahead.
yeah, he's getting 27 points a game. That's one of the highest averages in the league and probably at the highest field goal percentage in the league. So if he's top 10 in scoring and he has the number one, I think he has the highest field goal percentage. I think y'all can fact check that. So if he has the highest field goal percentage and top 10 in points, How is he not one of the best scorers? And I understand it's in the paint, but so what? Like, it counts. If it was so easy, why doesn't everybody go 61% from the field in the paint? Why doesn't AD do it since it's so easy? It's so easy, everybody would do it. Why doesn't Tom Baker do it since it's so easy? Because it's just layups, right? It's just layups and dunk. All he does is cut. It doesn't take too much skill. So if that's the case, I don't understand why doesn't everybody just make layups? If it's so easy, it don't take much skill. So I gotta put him up there, man. He's one of the best scorers in the league. He just don't do it how y'all want him to do it. He don't shoot. He don't have to shoot. His 3-point percentage next year could be 22. It could go down. He's not gonna attempt too many threes. He probably did that. So that 29% 3-point percentage, he probably didn't even attempt 103. So that really don't even matter. That 61% from the paint, the 61% from the paint, that's on a lot of attempts in the paint. He takes a lot of shot attempts in the paint, and he's 61%. Who does that?
All his shots in the paint.
Okay, that's great. And Curry shoots a lot of threes. That's you get them how you get them. You get them how you can get them. Curry doesn't score like Zion because he can't. He can't score like Zion in the paint. Not like Zion.
He doesn't have to. He just averaged the most points in the league without doing it like Zion. More ways.
I don't care.
You don't have to. You don't have to. And for you to bring up that point, I disagree with Rod in the last video, and I'm going to disagree with you here. Like, just because you do it in the paint where you have 27, that doesn't make you one of the best scorers. There aren't too many scorers better than him. There are a lot of scorers better than him because he can't do it at all three levels. He can't even hit fucking free throws.
It goes
well,
back
this just goes back to the Shaq and Curry thing. It's pretty much going to be the same thing because Zion puts up kind of, I think, Shaq numbers, so it's pretty much going to be the same thing, Shaq and Curry.
Well, I was talking about the group chat. What we was talking about in the group chat, like the whole, like I don't think he's one of the best scorers, but he's one of the best scoring threats in the league.
Right, exactly. But the reason why I don't like it, it frustrates me because I don't want to say y'all because I don't want to throw nobody else in there. So I'm gonna just say you specifically, Kenny. You pick and choose when you want to do that because if I was to ask who's a better scorer between Steph Curry and Rudy Gobert, even though Rudy Gobert shoots 60% from the field goal, you probably wouldn't have said that on a regular day. But obviously now since I'm talking about it, you probably would. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. His field goal percentage is higher. It doesn't matter. That's what you're totally going off of right now. Zion and his field goal percentage. You said nobody else in the league does it. Okay.
Attempts and points.
But see, now you adding more context into it. You were strictly talking about his field goal percentage.
I've been talking about the percentage and the points. I just said he's 8th in the league in scoring. I've been said that. We mean I'm adding. I just said that.
I'm talking about right now. You're adding 2 minutes ago. I'm saying not the whole time, not your whole segment, but I'm saying 2 minutes ago you were strictly talking about his field goal percentage, not brought up him like only being under the hoop. You don't care how he does it. So my whole point is Rudy Gobert has the same field goal percentage, and you probably say he's a better scorer than anybody else. So that makes you a generation talent because you have a PER for 1 year, the fourth you said, and you dunk the ball and get 27 points. You can't make a mid range. You can't make a three.
I mean, he's still putting up points, even with the things you're saying he can't do. He still finds a way to get points.
But I think it's to be seen, honestly.
What'd you say?
I think it's just we gotta wait to see because I'm just thinking about this was his second year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If he keep doing this, we would along with winning and stuff, and I could because if you would have asked somebody, is Giannis a generational talent his second year, it would have been like, are you out your mind? But now it's like, are you out your mind the other way? Like, yes, he's a generational talent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess we're just predicting based on what we've seen him do so far. But I mean, I just feel like we would have to ask so many generational talents if we just give a nod to somebody who can just dunk at a high rate and couldn't do anything else. His defense isn't great.
Yeah, but he's a great in-paint scorer. So why do we talk about
he's a generational talent because he can do one thing great? So that's my whole point. We would have to add so many people to generational talent category just because they can do one thing good. So Klay Thompson is a generational talent. He's in my opinion, the second greatest shooter of all time. So he's a generational talent.
You can be great. You can be great and be great at one thing.
So is Klay Thompson a generational talent?
No, I'll answer for everyone. No, he's not.
Wait, who?
Klay
Klay
Thompson.
There's one thing great, like Zion.
I think it takes this is kind of to agree with Kenny. I don't agree with him fully, but to help him, like, I think it takes everything. Like yes, like the points, like you gotta, like, obviously Klay Thompson is great at one thing, but I don't think it's at he doesn't get enough points with it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
yeah. But Zion probably can't have some of the nights he's had. Zion, I don't think Zion could score 37 points in a quarter. I don't think Zion could drop 60.
oh yeah, he probably won't. He probably, like, I agree with you there. But
I mean, if we want to just dumb it down to one thing, but I'm saying, like, I'm not saying Kenny, like, I hate to have to say this because obviously I don't think none of y'all are dumb when y'all like have takes or not. We're just debating, but I'm not saying you're dumb for saying what you're saying, Kenny. But like I said, we're just debating. But I just feel like, I don't know, like, how can you be a generational player doing one thing?
so
Because-
Zion does this for 10
I got
straight
you.
years.
I got you, Cam. You ask that question again, Demir?
How can you be a generational talent when you're great at one thing?
Because it gets you 27 points, which that's 8th in the league, and y'all can't stop it. And I'm 61% from the field. He's doing it efficiently.
What do anybody know? Let me look it up. Do anybody know what Brandon Ingram averaged the first year he made All-Star when he went over there?
I know he just averaged about 24, I think. But go ahead, I'll look it up for you.
My whole point with that was contacts matter. Yeah, that's what I was going before you answered your question, Kenny. But my whole thing with that is contacts matters in everything. Somebody has to score the ball. And I think Zion is a good player. Like he's a great player. Like, well, I won't say great, but he's a good player. So he's good enough to score he's good enough to do what he's doing. But on any team, somebody has to do it. You just learned that Zach LaVine was the Bulls scoring threat. I think he had like what, Cam, 25? So it's like
27. He was also 27, I believe.
So I don't get it.
Well,
He has to do it.
what I will say is, and this is a question to you, Demir, if Zion does nothing different for the next 10 years, would you, like, that's great. Like, if he averaged 27 for the next 10 years at 60%, if he don't change a thing for the next 10 years.
Is he continuing to lose?
Well, that would be just who we would have to see.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. Yeah, he's gonna continue to lose if you continue to keep these guys on the team that he got. Yeah, he's gonna keep losing.
Okay, well then no. Yeah, I'm thinking he's not a generational talent. I don't care if
That's where I agree with you. It's gonna take some accolades too. Like the points and stuff, that's good. But now,
I don't. If he continue to lose, I don't care about none of that. He's not.
But I don't think he will continue to lose simply because I think he will get better. Not necessarily scoring, but like he's not that great defender.
He's
like,
probably
nope.
I think he'll get better at defense. I think he'll like, and I think eventually he'll go somewhere. Like he's not just gonna keep losing. He'll probably leave.
I'm assuming he stays, and if he keeps averaging what he averaged, he'll end up averaging like he'll be top in the league like ever, right? Because there's not too many people that average 27 points, right, for their career. So you said if he do this for the next 10 seasons, he'll be top 10 ever, right?
Well, I don't know because you like. Well, he might be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do it. But
it's just a guesstimate. You said if he keep doing this for the next 10 seasons, if he averaged 27 for 10 seasons, that would probably put him as one of the highest leading scorers average ever, right?
The only reason I say I don't know because you got guys that's like LeBron is going on his 20th season, I think, right?
Yeah, but he started not to average as much, right?
Nah, I think he's averaged 25 points. Like,
yeah, the 25s and 23, like those that hurt.
25 points.
No, I'm saying, and I don't even know if he probably averaged 25. I don't think he averaged 27, but even if he did, let's say he averaged 27. My point is, you said if he averaged just for the next 10 seasons, if he does that, that would be one of the highest averages ever, I would think. Even if it's not top 5, top 10, let's just say it's top 20 ever. That would be great. I'm pretty sure Paul Pierce probably doesn't even average 27 points for his whole career.
So what do you mean by that? Like, so you saying he'll be like top 20 highest scores?
Not
For the
today.
average.
He would have to
For
do
the
it for like-
average.
he would have to do it for like 15. Like these, like LeBron has, and I know LeBron is probably going to end up being the greatest ever, like the highest ever. But he's averaged 25 points for 18 seasons straight, bro.
Okay.
And not just 25, like 25 and up. He's
Yeah.
averaged 30, 28, 29, 26.7, 27, 27, 27. He's just starting to get into the 25s.
Okay. So not to, sorry to cut you off. If he just continues, like you said, for 10 seasons, if he was to do that, his average would be one of the highest ever. I'm just taking a guess. Obviously, these are projections. Like we don't know.
The reason it's like I don't know because 10 seasons isn't enough. I do think that's great, but to be on this, like people be averaging these points for 15, 16 seasons. Like, and that's where I will say I don't know about Zion. I don't think he's gonna last as long as a lot of players because of his style. Like that ain't gonna really last. That I mean, my projection. It could.
Yeah, it could.
It could, but yeah, my projection is that's not gonna last that long.
You got to fact like if we're being realistic, you got to factor in injuries because like LeBron is probably he's one of a kind when it comes to him being as healthy as he's been, thank God. But it's not always. Other players aren't always that fortunate, so you might have a couple seasons where he get hurt and that takes away.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, he could get hurt. I mean, and like Cam said, he might not play.
I don't wish injury on no player. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you saying like we don't know how long he's gonna play, Zion?
No. I'm just saying within those 10 seasons, it's not a guarantee that he get 27 points because he might get injured for a season. So that's a season he averaged 0 or come back in and average 10 or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's possible. I mean, that's possible. I was just going off Cam's scenario. If he was to continue doing what he's been doing last year, 27 points a game for the next 10 years, that would be pretty awesome. It's not
if he does that, he's generational. But I know like if he averages 27 points for the next 10 years, he's generational. But he won't be on the scoring list probably still, even
because he won't have enough seasons and games.
Right. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not saying his longevity. I'm not saying he's gonna play more games than LeBron. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the average. If he continues to do this, that would be one of the highest. He probably won't play 15, 16 seasons. His knees might give out like at the 12th season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just talking, but it's like I just got to give him credit because I understand he's not versatile. Really, like he get most of his points at one part of the court or whatever. But it's like I can't discredit that because he still find a way to get points efficiently.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you to look at my point. Klay Thompson, like he does one thing great offensively, and 40% or whatever he's shooting or whatever his best year was. That's great for a 3-pointer. So for that, all I'm saying is for that case, use the same for Klay Thompson. He does one thing great offensively at a high rate. So why isn't he a generational talent?
It's a lot that goes into these things.
Better than Zion, like defense and free throws.
I just think he doesn't have the
I'm glad that was obviously I know like who's the I don't even want to say that. Well, I guess you could say Zion is a better player, but I would rather have played anyway. I'm just playing devil's advocate with that example, but it's like I can't put somebody generational who's one-dimensional.
It's a lot. It's a lot to go.
Well, so
like I said,
but I don't even want to do this. But okay, I got you.
No, go ahead. Like we
one-dimensional. You said you can't put him where because he's one-dimensional?
I can't put him generational because he's one-dimensional. It's kind of like if they build the wall, like what they do for Giannis. If they do that to Zion, what is he going to do? What is he going to court for?
We haven't seen that y'all could build a wall. We've seen 61% from the field. So I don't even know if the wall was working.
You did if earlier. Let me have my if. If they do that, and if they were to stop Zion from getting to the paint, getting to his spot, whatever, what is he on the court for? Let me use my if.
If we're gonna go off your if, then he would average at 1 point a game.
Okay. So
well, that's why it's
make jump shots.
That's why it's to be seen because it's the same for Giannis kind of, but it's like he passes it to shooters and they make it, and then now y'all can't because y'all got to stay with the shooter. So it's all it's context, but yeah. I know we've been going for a long time, so we're gonna end it there, man. I'm sorry, guys. I know I don't even know how long this episode was, but I know we can kind of ramble, but I guess we just so passionate about this stuff, bro. Like we just love this shit for real, dog. Nah, but yeah, and sorry about the hiatus and stuff. Like we gonna do better, but yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next episode, man.
Make sure y'all continue to like, comment. We love y'all's comments.
Yeah, we do. We do. He not just saying that, like we actually talk about these jokes. Like we love y'all comments.
And I don't want to make no promises or nothing because we got a lot, like we got stuff going on, so we might forget. But what we want to start doing is picking one viewer who got like the funniest or best comment. We're gonna try to confront it at the beginning of the video and like speak on it for like 5 minutes or such. But that's what we want to start doing. Don't hold us to it, but we actually love when y'all comment. So maybe like I said, make sure you keep continuing to comment and like and subscribe. Check out the TikTok. Be more clips posted there. The Twitter and the Instagram as well, Fourth Quarter Podcast, and just continue to show love and support, man. We really appreciate y'all, those who do watch.
For sure, bro. So yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next episode. That was a good one, fellas. And yeah, we out.